sat down and I thought, what can I do differently to change my situation, to change my circumstance? That is when I began looking for something, looking for a way out. Remember, I was sick and tired of scrolling and consuming other people's content, yet there was nothing by the end of the 2 hours scrolling, there was absolutely nothing. And I said, I must change this situation. I talked to myself. I changed my mindset first. It all started by changing my mindset. I told my mind, you must accept something that I'm going to think. And you must bear with me. That is me talking to my inner self. I told myself, Millicent, you must change. Whether you like it or not. Remember, I was so rigid in my mindset. I used to think that living paycheck to paycheck life was the way to go. But little did I know, it was like, I'm sorry to say, it's like a pure scam. And I told myself, Millicent, you must come out of this comfort zone. You must start something new. You must look for a way out. You must find a solution to your problem. Started by changing my mindset. I changed my mindset. I began the journey of searching what to do online because I knew I wanted to do something on this digital space. So I was Googling, searching, asking Google ways to make money online. But guys, I didn't find any permanent solution. I went to YouTube, but it was just teaching me shallowly and it was not showing me the way to do it. Yet I'm searching, but I didn't find a permanent solution. Or rather, YouTube was teaching, yes, but it was teaching me shallowly and it was not guiding me step by step. So it was until this one evening on my random normal scroll. I was just on my normal random scroll one evening after my 9 to 5 grind. As I was just relaxing, scrolling as usual, I bumped into a lady who was talking about digital marketing business. And guys, it really stopped my scroll. And I said, I listen to this. What is this? And it really captured my attention. And I did exactly after that video, I went inbox, I inboxed her, and she talked about digital. She gave me the details about how to start digital marketing business. And remember, I was not contented. I went as far as scrolling. Then guess what, guys? One evening, I bumped into Sam Gisheha's content on TikTok. And it also stopped the scroll. It grabbed my attention. And I said, I must listen to this. What is this? What is these people doing online? How are they doing it? And how are they making it on this digital space? And I told myself, Millicent, you can do it. I talked to myself and I told myself, I can do it and I'm going to give it a try. So I bumped into Sam Gisheha's content on TikTok, guys, and that was my turn around life. It turned around. That content turned around. And I started following Sam Gisheha. I was always on his live. I used to follow him on his live, asking more questions, asking on how to start digital marketing. And he was very much patient with me. And he really answered all my questions that he really answered the puzzle that I had it behind my mind. So guys, that is how I started, how and why I started digital marketing.
Wow,
Sam?
wonderful, wonderful story that. So I didn't know, like, so everything started in November, and you are scrolling just like everybody else. Now I want to tell you this.
Yeah.
Actually, you'll realize that people who are on this live and people are on TikTok, TikTok released statistics and they said that an adult 18 years and above spends 4 to 5 hours in a day scrolling on TikTok. Collective time that somebody spends on TikTok scrolling, liking, hating, following, whatever it is, the scrolling, I am afraid there's going to be a disease called scoliosis because you are going to be scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling until your thumb will develop a problem. Which finger is your favorite to scroll? This is the one. So this finger has a job. Lucy Mohio says, that is me. Scrolling master. So many of us who are on this live are scrolling masters. When you are free, you're just scrolling, either using the thumb. And that is how you bumped onto the ladies' content and then onto my content. And you say that my content, literally, it stopped you from scrolling. It was like, oh my goodness, there must be something here. And what I realized is that already you had had that personal conversation with you. That is the part I want to focus on because you had a personal conversation with you before. And you had spoken to yourself and you had convinced your mind and your soul and your heart that this must come to an end. This lifestyle you are living must come to an end. But you didn't have a solution. So what do you think happened that from the point you thought about it and shortly after, boom, you find the solution on your, it's like you meet a solution on your path, on your corridor. All right, you are scrolling and boom, a solution comes in that changes your life. I remember when I was a high school teacher, I would literally pray that God show me something. Like just show me something, show me a business opportunity, show me another job, just show me something because I am sick and tired of my current situation. I want to break free. I feel I'm chained. I feel I am tired. That is how I felt. Was it the same way you are feeling? Amma, how was your situation?
Yeah, I felt the same. I felt the same because remember I started looking for something to do in November, and here comes December. I think I made up my mind in December. I told myself, Happy New Year 2025. I must start this thing. I must do it. Now it took me 2 months to do research on what is digital marketing. In that I have found, but now I went as far as doing my own research, and it took me 2 months to take a leap of faith. Then come early January, then boom, I bumped, I registered, I enrolled, I plugged myself into this digital marketing business.
You see,
Yes, Sam.
I I remember because it was one of the like those profound, those profound clients you get and they're like, oh my goodness. And you told me you even prayed for it. Like, how was that moment of decision making? Because it was also another amazing moment that was so awesome for you. So you prayed for your business. You even gave it a name. Tell us about that part because it's a point of faith.
Thank you for reminding me, Sam. I can still remember a lot. Thank you so much, Sam. Guys, remember, now comes January. I found Sam. I told Sam, now I'm ready to do this coach. I'm just ready. Plug me. Help me to plug into this system. And Sam plugged me into this system 6th of January 20.